Ever had the feeling of going in one career direction and then suddenly not have the slightest idea which way to go next? Or you began to realize that your career path has been turning into a dead end? Maybe you recently completed a graduate program and got very excited and motivated about this new subject domain. Today we're going to be talking about how you can change your career or industry. Remember, a ship is safe in harbor, but that's not what our ship's for. What worse feeling could anyone ever get than of being unsatisfied with their job for whatever reason? However scary it may seem, you need to embrace your fears and ignore the odds if you're at this point in life. The ultimate idea is to ditch the titles and go for your skill set and interest, be open to new opportunities. People who's had to contemplate a change in industry or in their career didn't just jump at it overnight. I've got to say that decisions like this would have long-lasting effects on every aspect of your life forever, and so it's expedient that you get it right. I've been there and done that, and I got it right too. It's been 15 years since I've changed my industry and couldn't be happier about it. Whether it's the biotech industry, automotive, healthcare, business, food, or anything at all, being able to settle down with a career that offers the most joy and inner satisfaction is what matters most. You'd certainly love to work at a place where your contribution is essential and well satisfying. A lot of people wake up and drive to their workplace unhappy. They live their lives only during the evenings and weekends. I don't think that's a fair way to live. If you're considering a career change and have entirely no idea how to go about it this properly, I'll be discussing that here today. The truth is, you're certainly not the only one being confronted by those feelings of doubt or maybe excitement, or perhaps some others have yet to pass through this phase in their life. Now maybe you don't want to put up with a new career just because your friends are making it a big deal. I'd recommend that you take the time to explore a few career options first. Take out time to note things that make your current job position tedious and uninteresting to you anymore. A lot of times I hear people say to me that they find it hard figuring out what it is they don't like about their current depressing career. Well, then you just need to figure them out consciously. If you find yourself sighing when you take down papers at work, or grumbling when asked to do easiest of things, and you should begin to evaluate them already. I should also mention that if you have to force yourself to get out of bed most mornings hatefully, chances are you're most likely fed up with that career. This alone should be enough reason to push you into exploring other positions or industries and finding what you love. The challenge with creating candid reasons for this is that you'll need to convince not just yourself, but also the potential employers that you're quite capable of, passionate about the new field and the position. Say for instance, you're a lawyer and looking to switch sales and marketing. It can get pretty tough convincing a company that you're the perfect applicant for them, right? This is precisely why you need to do your homework right and get a heap of convincing reasons. You've got to be sure you're making the right move. Well, at least make sure the odds are in your favor. You want to discover what piques your interest in the new career. How did you come across the industry you want to switch to? What steps have you taken to learn more about this career and make yourself job ready? In fact, you may already even have some skills to get you underway in becoming a pro here. Anticipate unlimited future prospects that abound in the new career you choose to begin. All this should be done in a bid to show that you've really given this a thorough thinking, and ready to make the switch. You might end up staying much longer since you've started to see beyond just what it has to offer at the beginning. For those who are quick at learning new terms and adapting easily, those are added advantages. One thing to be sure of is that making a career switch is not the easiest of things to do. If you got quick learning curves, I must say that it's a good reason to utilize them here. However difficult and time-consuming it may take for you to sit down and pinpoint the core reasons why you need to change your career or industry, I should say here that it's going to be worth every bit later on. Nothing should stop you from having a go at switching your career when it becomes necessary. You alone remain the greatest hindrance that could possibly prevent you from making the right decision. What's more, There's never been any better time in the history of the world where it was easier to make a career change. There's a plethora of resources available at your disposal to guide you in the right direction. I need to point out that what a lot of people lack is a plan. Looking at the content creators available on social media today, you'll agree with me probably that a good number of them have to shuffle between career paths periodically. I've seen several others who have taken on this path too and become a source of benefit to society. I'm going to be sharing a few tips to help anybody who is seeking for a new job where they don't feel like they meet the requirements. Whether you're moving to a new industry with the same position you have or you want to delve into an entirely new career, these steps will be useful. If you're going to take on this route in life, much to your disappointment, I may have to reiterate the fact that the odds will not always be in your favor. Trust me on this, you'll not find any luck making too many consults on this because you're apparently going against the odds. Start by making a comprehensive list of what you actually want to get from your next career move. Then build up the passion for this career and be conscientious about it. This is always ignored by a lot of people, but it's imperative. Get serious with dropping those things that will prevent you from making a successful change. There are certain basic abilities required for the career you seek. You may already even possess some of them without knowing. You have to search them out to make sure to understand what they are. There's no better way to successfully make a career change than to get the first-hand knowledge from those currently engaged in it. If you're considering becoming a salesperson, for instance, you should ask a salesperson about what struggles he faces in his job and have him share experiences with you. Change is actually terrifying and stressful. You may freak out when you step on that new career path. You have better chances at success if you anticipate the toils and difficulties that will come your way. Let me make this clear. You're not going to decide by thinking, you can only conclude by doing. If you want to really change your industry or career, you've got to stop thinking about it alone. You're not going to make any progress until you take a massive step of doing it. So let's assume you finally got started with a new career. You're probably going to have to deal with a range of emotions like pride, exhilaration, and anxiety, among others. Oh, you bet. Well, it will help a great deal if you had the knowledge about how to ease into the new job over some time. There's likely going to be a lot of scrutiny from new colleagues, right? Yeah, you can say that again. Everyone's certainly going to watch you closely to confirm if they were right hiring you in the first place. Here are a few ways by which you can adapt to the new job position. Mingle with your colleagues and try to build a relationship with almost every individual. Be supportive of them and offer always to appreciate them. Try to develop a rapport with your leaders based on trust continually. And you might want to bring innovative ideas to your leaders which will solve problems in the company. Get to know how the company operates. Always keep your leaders informed on whatever progress you make. You should also try to relax and recover strength during your first few months and make sure to show that you respect your position here. Watch out and always be positive. Avoid any manipulations whatsoever. It is also important to mention that a career doesn't always mean static job titles. What's the most important is that you get the much required joy in working every day. If you're anything like me and love to build a flexible career, make sure you always indulge your creative side and make a difference in whatever you do in the organization you'll be a part of. I talked about how to make a career change and also how to fit in easily after making the right change. But you know what else remains to be discussed? Yeah, you probably guessed it right. I'm yet to fill you in on certain things that'll unfold after your career change. Several transformations will undoubtedly occur depending on how you used to feel in your previous career. The best things to expect, of course, should be the positive ones. However, it's not impossible to get a bit fed up again in the new career change after a while. You've got nothing to worry about. All you need to do is pivot again and put all the information together until you find a career choice that lights up your life. The most enthralling result of changing your job is to realize that you've now become in control of your work. This sets up an enthusiastic feeling about life and work in general. You begin to notice the eagerness within you to get actively involved in your work. Another exciting change is that even though your new career might be as stressful as the previous one, you'll hardly notice this as there's going to be a new sense of fulfillment with it. Your job efficiency and the career progress rate will also increase dramatically. Learning and gaining experience will begin to come in a lot easier than they used to. Notice how much better you'll start to tell your friends and relatives about how much skill and knowledge you gained from your new career. If your new path excludes you from a stereotyped 9-to-5 job and involves a more flexible schedule, you should prepare to face several opposing ideas from close friends. Be confident in what you're doing, and sooner or later they too will support you on it. To sum it up, changing your career can be quite daunting indeed. You need to give yourself time to figure the direction that feels right and then live on with the change. Eliminate all negative mindset you may have concerning this and be well determined to remain positive always. However scary it may seem, you need to embrace your fears and ignore the odds if you're at this point in life. The ultimate idea is to ditch the titles and go for your skill set and interests, be open to the new opportunities. Remember, a ship is safe in harbor, but that's not what ships are for. Thanks for watching my videos and following Analytics of Life channel here on YouTube. Leave your comments or questions below, and don't forget to subscribe for new videos because we upload 3 videos every week.